Hello, everyone. Gary Whiting here. Thought I'd talk about a subject today called truth education or true education. True education is truthful and honest. I had a friend years ago who was a psychologist. He and his wife used to come to the gym where I worked out, and his wife died, cancer or something like that. For 3 years, you could tell he just wasn't himself. He was grieving. And I thought to myself, well, he wasn't really good, he was just a gym buddy. And I thought to myself, oh, I think I need to spend some time with him. So I approached him. We became friends, coffee buddies. So we'd get together every day. Well, he was a psychologist and been in business for about 35 years. And periodically, the subject would come up during our coffee talks, and I would challenge him because I took a different view. I had a different view. And after about 2 months of our getting together, maybe 2 or 3 times a week, we were walking along, and he said something very interesting to me. I can't maybe give you his exact words, but here's what he said. He says, "I truly admire you." And I looked at him and go, "What do you? Well, thanks. Why?" He says, "When we get in our discussions, you're passionate about what you believe. Like you know what you believe, and you love to talk about what you believe because it's you." He says, "I've been a psychologist for 35 years, and all I do is regurgitate what I was taught in school. I don't have that passion, that warmth, that excitement. It's just clinical with me." He says, "I wish I had what you have." When I got out of the Navy in 1965, I think it was, Cuesta College in San Luis Obispo was 2 years in its infant stage. And I got an early out so I could go to college. Actually, I went to college so I could get an early out. And one of the classes I took was health and fitness. Well, I'd been, since 1960, I'd been into bodybuilding, and I'd been into getting a pretty good handle on the realities of attitudes and health and fitness. We had a test coming up, and one of the questions on the test was most college students are concerned about their health. True or false? Well, I answered false. I really knew that they weren't. And so I got it wrong on my test. I purposely got it wrong because I wasn't going to answer the question incorrectly. So the teacher went to question 11 and he said, "Well, no one should have missed this one." And I said, "Whoa," I raised my hand. I said, "I missed this one." He goes, and he looked at me like, "You did?" I go, "Yes." I said, "Because I answered it correctly, but that's what the book said." I said, "I can prove to you that most college students are not concerned about their health." So I wrote up a petition. I had 200 names on there. I went around, I circulated around at the student center and talked to a lot of the students. And I asked them a question: "Are you concerned about your health as a college student?" And every one of them said, "Oh yes," convincingly. "Oh yes." I said, "But tell me a little bit about your lifestyle." I said, "Are you doing a lot of partying? Are you getting enough sleep? What's your diet like? Are you excessive in drink?" And they had to admit they were doing all of the above. I said, "So does that sound to me that you're really concerned about your health? Can we say you're concerned about your health if something happens to you?" They go, "I guess I'm really not concerned about my health, but I would be if something were to happen to me." Out of 200 names and school numbers and phone numbers, 3 students actually lived the lifestyle as if they were concerned about their health. So I took it back to class and I presented it to the teacher. And I didn't care about getting the answer correct. I cared more about making a point. And the teacher said, I went back to my desk. And he said, "Well, Mr. Whiting," he says, that you did a good job. You proved your point. But, and here's the yeah buts. Yeah, but he says, we're going to answer it the way the book says. So I stood up and I closed my book. And I said to him, I'm not answering this according to the book, nor am I going to sit in a class and be forced to believe something, and I'm going to be graded on it. And in other words, I'm not going to sit in this class or any other class and have a funnel stuck in the top of my head where a knowledge factory funnels propaganda that's not truthful into the top of my head. And I looked at the rest of the class and I said, if you guys are smart, you're going to walk out of this class like I'm going to walk out. Otherwise, you're going to be, because you want to pass a test, you're going to get a funnel stuck on the top of your head, and you're going to learn error. And the problem about learning error, it becomes a part of us. A friend of mine, she was studying to be a doctor. She was studying in the Amazon jungle, and she never went to class. She was delivering babies. She was out using herbs, wraps, all the things that were pertaining to the things she was learning in school. She went to class when it was test time, and she always aced her test. So some of her girlfriends said, hey, are you sleeping with the teacher? You keep getting all these grades, these good grades, and you don't even come to class. She goes, no, I'm not sleeping with a teacher. I'm out actually doing what you're learning. I'm putting the practical side to it. I'm delivering babies. I'm learning herbs. I am actively getting bloody doing this job. You're gaining knowledge. I'm gaining understanding. Well, which was most important, the knowledge or the understanding of that knowledge? Well, the problem with our education today is that we have knowledge, but we have no understanding. And in the video I did a week or so ago on this little spinning of the marbles, we're breaking a lot of laws because we don't have understanding. We have knowledge, though, but no understanding. I'll end up with this thought to carry this a little bit further. In this COVID-19 hoax, I'm going to call it, we're told to do all the wrong things. Hide in our houses, put a mask on. When I listened to Dr. Fauci and the other lady, I forget her name, the doctor, something very interesting was posted. She's a little bit confused. She can't figure out why those who are locked down are getting a higher rate of COVID-19, this virus, or supposed virus. And she stated that. And I scratched my head. I go, wait a second. You're a doctor? And you don't understand why this is happening? They didn't teach you that? You didn't grasp that when you were in medical school? So there's something seriously wrong. As you can see in our country, we are a mess. And it's because we don't have truth education. We have knowledge education. And it's been funneled into our heads. We go through life breaking laws, and our results are, as a society, our own personal lives are crumbling. So I just wanted to go over, this is going to be part one of truth education. And I thought you might enjoy thinking about that. So this is Gary Whiting saying, thanks for watching this video. I get a lot of good comments from these videos, and I really appreciate them. I want you to think about that, what you've learned in life, and ask yourself, what is truth? Do I have truth, or do I just have knowledge? Because understanding will give you the truthful picture. This is Gary Whiting saying tomorrow we pick up on part 2 of Truth Education.